Do your players struggle to problem solve in-game? Are they constantly looking to you as the coach to provide solutions? If so, let's fix that by using the constraints-led approach, starting with your youth team. In this video, you'll hear from Wisconsin State champ Dave Lepisto, who has used the CLA in his program from the kindergarten through varsity levels. The CLA is simple yet profound. Change the rules, space, time, or defender so players learn by solving game problems. Coach Lepisto will tell you what the CLA is, how it benefits your players and teams, and will show you one drill with 2 of the 4 constraints he uses to level it up. With the CLA, your players will be ready for whatever the game throws at them. Before we get to the video, be sure to click the link in the description to get your free PDF of 10 small-sided games for player development, complete with diagrams, descriptions, and bonus tips. Now let's dive in.
CLA has really benefited our program. Our players learn how to self-organize through this process. They problem solve. They learn how to play. And again, my goal as a coach is to have kids who are able to play. Not knowing one play, they know how to make space for each other. And this has really helped us through that process. The other thing that it really benefits us is our kids learn how to play with some creativity. We give them opportunities to make mistakes and to take risks that are right time, right place, and to take chances and not have a fear of failure. And this allows for that. And it really benefits us in the long run because they learn how to adapt and adjust in any situation. Like our kids throughout the time, our high school kids, our varsity players, we just won a state championship. They were able to adapt and adjust multiple styles of play because we have the ability to be able to play multiple ways because we add those constraints during the year when we're practicing. It might be a specific amount of passes. It might be a specific where we're going to score from, but there's a constraint that the kids have to follow. And then when they're playing, they're able to problem solve on their own. It's not a coach controlling them on the sideline. They learn how to play. And it's a fun way to play, it's a fun way to learn, and it's really a fun way to coach. You've most definitely heard about the constraint-led approach, but you may not know exactly what it is. It's a way to teach and to coach in which you focus not so much hands-on to try to get kids to do things and to learn, but you shape their learning through constraints. And a constraint is simply a limit or a guide rail to help kids learn. So there are different ways that you can constrain. There's 3 real big constraints. There's a performance constraint, who is actually doing it, the different size of kids, how their quickness is, and their skill level at that point. Then there's an environmental constraint, and then there's a task constraint. And the environmental constraint is, your actual environment that you're in and you're coaching and learning. But one thing to regard about that environmental constraint is it also takes into account your culture, your team culture, and the culture that the kids learn in. So in our video today, you're going to see lots of opportunities of kids showing how to be fun to play with. And that's a huge thing and a huge part of our program success. Task constraints, again, are just those simple things you can change, the type of equipment, the size of the area that you're playing in. And it's a great way to shape the learning for our players. As an elementary FIAD teacher for over 31 years, I've used a constraint-led approach pretty much my whole time. As a FIAD teacher, you learn how to use different constraints to get kids to move in different areas and to use different pieces of equipment. And CLA fits with my goal as a coach, which is to be a positive influencer who makes myself redundant by allowing our athletes to make great, effective decisions. They commit to those decisions with intent, and then they're able to self-reflect and evaluate and be able to adapt and adjust in just about any situation. And that ability to adapt and adjust is a huge part of CLA. CLA fosters a creativity and enjoyment for kids because they are put into situations where there's a movement challenge and they have to come up with an answer. And again, we shape that as the coach with how we add a constraint to it.
Turnovers, wild heaves, panic timeouts. Sound familiar? Chaos is part of learning, but you can speed the curve. Introducing CLA Youth Basketball Drills with Coach Dave Lepisto, a modern constraints-led approach. Tweak rules, space, or tasks so players learn by doing. Using the CLA builds problem solvers, raises IQ, cuts turnovers, creates better finishers and better spacing, all while making practice fun. Here's what you get. a 20-minute CLA masterclass, 2 hours and 40 minutes of encore drills, a quick start guide, plus 2 bonus ebooks taught by Dave Lepisto, who has 30 plus years teaching and coaching, and who won a 2025 Wisconsin State title using the CLA from his youth feeder program through his varsity team. Get instant access to the link in the description, backed by a 60-day money-back guarantee.
We start this as soon as our kids get into our program, which for us, it ends up being in first grade, kindergarten and first grade. And when we start this, we're working on squashing the bugs with our stride stop, and we're able to use a language that the kids can understand. So when we're working on veering a defender, we're using that visual of a tree and breaking through branches and things like that. So the great part is the skills that kindergarteners and first graders are using, it just recycles and goes year after year after year, and our varsity kids are doing the exact same thing. Now, they're stride stopping, they're using their half donut, their full donut, their bagel, all of that in kindergarten. It does not look good. It is ugly, and it's okay. It gets there, they learn it, and with your consistency of language and constant adding constraints to try to get kids to move in a particular way so that they have to solve a problem, it gets better. And then that's when they really feel that success. And once they have success, that they know they're skilled, they have fun, and that keeps happening, and it's really exponential. Again, when they get to us at our varsity level, everything you're gonna see today or see in this video series, our varsity kids do. We work on our stride stops, we play one-on-one, we play two-on-two, we play all of those different things. And we're still able to add more to make sure that they have to problem solve. So it's a great way to teach. Okay, this is our 3-on-3-on-3. This group, we have 4 teams, so we had 12 kids. So we're just going 4 teams of 3. And there's quick change of possession, basically Olympic 3-on-3. So it's like Olympic 3-on-3 rules, where the quick change of possession, they don't have to take it out, they're taking it back behind the 3-point line. I'm gonna start with allowing them to just do anything, and then I'm going to make some constraints for them to see if they can score in particular ways. Okay, 3-on-3-on-3. Okay, ready? Here we go, game on. Shot clock's at 10. Good cut. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, good, change of possession. Get it, red, go. Blue, you're out. Blue, get out. Good, go. Good, attack space. Good side stride stop. Good, go. Yellow's in. Get in, yellow. Well done. Everybody get the feel? Okay. Now, red, you had the ball right here. Yellow, you're on defense. Okay, everybody listen. Here's the first thing. Right now, in the possession to start with, okay, the ball is going to start over by Veda. And the ball has to go from that side to right here. Throw it. From right here to right over there. Freeze. Now it's game on. Do you get it? So when the next group comes in, if the ball starts on this side, where does it have to get to? The other side before you can score, okay? It's just got to touch there. Now, if this person is guarded, what does she have to do? Cut. What does it make sense for Veda to do? Fill. But does she want to fill really fast? No, she chills for a little bit and then fills, okay? And we'll talk about why in a little bit right here. But it's got to go from one side to the other. Does everybody get it? So you have to go from one side to the other before you score. Okay, ready? Here we go. Start with it by, good. Start it, ready, set, go, game on. Got to get to free, that's it, good, got open, game on. Now you're playing. Think about how you can get open. Woo, good move. Good, red, go. Started on one side, got to get to the other. Good, it's got to get to the other side. That's it, now play. Keep playing. Good, think space. So now I just want them to reverse the basketball from one side to the other. Just it makes a constraint on them that they have to think about a ball reversal. Good, get it reversed. Next. And it's part of our being able to be fun to play with. Ball's gotta move. Blue, get in there. Good. Get it reversed, one side to the other. Quick, quick, quick. Whoa, nope, turn over. It's gotta get to the next. Good, next one. Good shot though. This time, after we get from one side to right here to right there, this person is going to cut. Chill before you fill. Where do you think you can attack now? Yeah, you're attacking that space. So it's like follow the leader. You're going that way, you're gonna follow the leader. You chill. Maybe you can, if I dribble this way, you could go that way. I could get it to you, like I push away, okay? Does that make sense? You just gotta get it from one to here to there. What does this person have to do now? Cut. Then after that, anything's open, okay? Ready, start it over either side, doesn't matter. Okay, ready? Cut, cut, chill, fill, look to attack. Attack that space. Now play. Good. Beautiful. Okay, next group. Hurry, go, 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 red. Get it reversed. Once that top kid passes it, she's gonna cut. Pass, cut. Good. Fill. There's it. Good. Cut, cut. Anytime at the top, you're cutting. Ooh, right idea. Good, next.
We hope you enjoyed this CLA coaching video. If you want instant access to 10 small-sided games for player development, make sure to click the link in the description so you can gain access to a free PDF featuring diagrams, descriptions, and bonus tips. Again, if you incorporate these drills with the CLA, you will see your players improve throughout the season, making them and your team more successful. Make sure to click and subscribe and then click the bell button so you're the first to know when we release more new videos. Thanks for watching.